Hi everyone and welcome to the character building playthrough. So we will be starting as Bandit with Stone Sword keys. That should be good. And we will just load in favorite. There we go. That's fine. Let's go. So let's quickly lay the groundwork. What will we be doing? In the beginning, there's a lot of just collecting stuff, running around, and just you have to do it, right? There's not really a way around it. If you want to have a head start, which is what we are trying to achieve right here, is a lot of running, a lot of riding Torrent around, and a lot of ignoring stuff. That's just how it goes, right? So yeah, this world has so much to offer though, and I highly encourage you to explore at your own pace. Just because I leave stuff out doesn't mean you have to leave stuff out, right? So yeah, just want to make that really clearly. I am going at this from the perspective of I want to get a build to level 125 and ready for PvP. In a timely manner while still having a lot of fun, right? And having a lot of fun sometimes means skipping stuff. Now, if you haven't played this game before, jump down there, do the tutorial. Actually, do you know what? For the sake of getting the crafting kit and the torch early on, we will do the tutorial. I didn't need to grab this grace, but that's alright, that's alright. So yeah, we will be running through the tutorial actually. Why not? It leaves you with around 600-ish souls, runes, sorry, which is enough for what we want. And can we actually... no, okay. Bleed build-up on the dagger isn't very good. What is very good, though, is crits on the dagger, right? If you take a quick look. 110, so yeah, that's not the best crit dagger there is. There is one that we probably will get just to have as a side tool. Can we just, like, quickly... there we go. Nice little backstab. That counts as a crit, which is good, so we deal a little bit more damage than we would without it, right? Also, important tools that we have as a bandit starting out is the buckler, which has this amazing parry. It's basically just a better version of the normal parry. You have a couple of frames more. It's a bit more forgiving, which is nice. Really enjoy that. This dude is the guy that teaches you... no, it's not him. Okay. Oh, it's been a while since I've done the tutorial, actually. Right, this is where they teach you about stealth. Oh, the dude is coming up. Right. So there's two mechanics that are, like, very decent to pull off. And that's jumping heavy attacks, which we will demonstrate on this guy. If you jump and press R2, you get a jumping heavy, which is very good. And there you saw the bleed proc from the dagger. That's very nice. Let's see if we can pull off the guard counter mechanic with the buckler. We will take a little bit of damage, but that's okay. So you press R2 right after they bounce off, and even two-handing with the dagger isn't enough damage to kill this guy. Okay. Just swing at him once more. That's alright. Perfect. So these two mechanics are essential to keep in mind. Also, charged heavies are really, really good. Yeah, see, 598 souls. As I was remembering correctly, with around 600. Oh, something died and gave us 4 souls. Nice. Righty, let's move on. We will grab this grace. We will come back to this fog over here. To unlock this, you need 2 stone sword keys. And we will grab the cooperative items. I like to have some pouch items on the ready. For now, we probably will put this one in here and the Finger Severer on the right slot. So we can do some co-op if we want to. and I highly encourage you to do so, especially if you do want to learn a boss, like the moveset and everything, and you're like, yeah, but I don't just want to go in there and die all the time by myself. Put your sign down, be a phantom, help somebody out, observe what the boss is doing, take some aggro when the boss is struggling, and just help him out. So that way you can actually learn a ton about the boss, right? And when you're ready, go in and do it yourself. We just want to exhaust this guy's dialogue. He will be playing a very important role later on. One of the good things about starting as a thief is the highest arcane stat from the starting classes, which means you have the highest item discovery. So if you want to farm for something in particular, that is a very, very decent tool to do so. I'm not sure if I will farm up some armor stats, maybe. That could be something to do. Make sure to grab the smithing stone here and talk to Kale. We want to buy the crafting kit from him, which is 300 runes and 200 runes for a torch. Now the torch, you don't necessarily need it. I like to have it around because it allows me, if I go into a dungeon, let's actually put that right here. Let's get the bow into the right slot too and move on. So what we want to do in the beginning here is get access to Torrent, our horse, as fast as we can. And also, as I said, the torch is just useful for me while making the videos. But also it just helps navigate, right? If you can illuminate the surroundings, we will get a better tool for that we don't have to give up our offhand for in a little while. But until then, the torch is fine. If you press L1, you can hold it out to make it a little bit brighter. So yeah, that's a good thing to have. Now here we could go ahead and... Do you know what? We will do that. We will activate the grace, but not sit at it. Just boom. There we go. We'll come down here, enter sneak mode, and hola! Okay, it one-shots. Okay. We will grab a couple of weapons on the way. This is mainly because sometimes I like to consider in a character building playthrough if I will be going for some respecs later on. But first, let's grab the map over here, hide in the bushes really quickly. There we go, we now have the first of the maps uncovered. Very, very nicely. Good stuff. Let's wait this out for just a second here. Need this guy to turn around, and yeah, I just really love that they made stealth an option, and a decent one at that, right? We can hide in here. That guy turned, perfect. Now we need this guy. There we go. Nice, let's move along. Get this guy. Ooh, will we be able to? I'm not sure about the wolves, actually. Do they smell when someone's nearby? Let's find out. Oh. Okay. They seem to not be bothered too much. Interesting. You want to get down here, though? Just to grab another very important item. Open up this chest and grab our reward. Ash of War, Storm Stomp. But here it is, the Whetstone Knife. That will allow us to change our Ashes of War on our weapons. Not that we need it right now, but it's always good to grab stuff that you eventually will need, right? Let's run around to his side. There we go. That most of the time baits that attack from him. Ah, somebody has their horse. It is definitely time for us to get our horse, though. Oh, let my stamina run out completely. Sit down at the grace, and we should get Melina to show up. There we go, there she is. Perfect. Also nighttime now. And she will play the role of our maiden, which is very, very nice of her, right? There we go. Spectral Steed Whistle, that is an important one. And perfect. We leave it at night. And we will travel back to the Church of LA. And there we meet a friendly witch. Yes, that is correct. We get the Spirit Calder Bell as well as the Lone Wolf Ashes. Awesome. Thank you very much, Rani. And yeah, I'm spamming the X button there. Alright, so I like to have Torrent on the left pouch here. It's just muscle memory at this point. And I like to have my summon on the right slot here. We'll leave the Memory of Grace in here in case we need it. And what we will do is... do we... whoopsie. No, we don't. Let's get rid of those arrows. Sorry, but can you move on, Ronnie? Thank you. Let's make the time pass to morning, so we do not have to worry about that in the future. And one thing we would like to pick up from Kale is a couple of arrows. Like 18 is enough. Yeah, that's enough. Alright, so in preparation of what I'm about to do, I like to grab an item that you can get as soon as you have Torrent, or you could get it even earlier if you want to take a pretty long walk, which we do not want at the moment, right? It still takes a good amount of time with Torrent. Come on, Torrent, you can do it. Thank you. Good boy. Right, so we are going over here. We're just gonna double jump and grab the gold pickled foul foot. Perfect. And we will make our way back up. Can we do it? Yeah, we can. Nice. Amazing. Perfect. Exactly what we wanted. Very nice indeed. Yeah. So we could just fast travel actually, and we will do that. Back at gate front, we will call Torrent. Hello there. Rawr! You will jump down. Ow! Come on then. Let me through, thank you. Grabbing the golden rune there. And let's grab a couple of ingredients. This guy? No. I always do that. Oh, that was close. I always give him a little slap and make sure to pick up this golden seed. That will come in very handy. Turn around and grab a couple of tier 1 smithing stones. That's 3 of them. Brings us to a grand total of 4 right now. And we need 12 to upgrade our level to +3, which is the first immediate goal that we have. But first, we go over to the Stormhill Shack and talk to Roderica, getting the sitting sideways gesture. And also, if you just keep spamming, you get the Spirit Jellyfish Ashes. I like it, I like them a lot, and since we are right here, we grab the Stone Sword Key, light up this grace, and move out to the northeast. Pretty much you can't just follow this dirt road here. That will bring you to where you need to be. And on the way we can pick up 5 fire arrows, which will come in handy in Stormvale Castle. There we go, that's 5 of them. Whoop. And here is a nice spot where you can farm root resin early on. It's right over here at this tree. There we go, you get 4 of them. You sit down at this grace and this will reset and you can farm up how many you will need. Right? Alright. Good stuff. Here is Bernal. He does sell a couple of Ashes of War. One of them is interesting in particular for us, and that is actually no skill. Later on we will make use of that. But if you... Quick Step is very good. If you see any of these ones and think you want to test those out, you can buy those from him right now. We are after more upgrade materials though. So, just behind the shack, towards the southeast, we can find a couple of giants lingering around in the fields. We ideally only want one of them to notice us right now. Yep, good stuff. And let him run through or into this statue here. Nice, thank you very much. Whoop. There we go. 5 tier 1 stones and 1 tier 2 stone. We are on a good way. You know what? Give me that beast liver. There we go. Now we need to be a little bit careful. Let's grab a couple of rune fragments. Ruin fragments, there we go. I can't talk, I promise. It's just there's so much stuff in my brain right now. It's really hard to keep track of everything. But yeah. Over here, grab the Exalted Flesh, or leave it if you can't get it. We want to open this chest. Ow! We will get smacked a bit, but that's okay. Can we get out of there? Yes, we can. Okay. Right. That shield has 100% physical block, which is why we pick it up. Make our way back, grab the Exalted Flesh. Hopefully the frame rate calms itself. Holy moly. Okay. We made it out of that somehow. Perfect. Let's come over here. And into this one. Here we will take our first weapon of the run. We will use that one for quite a bit actually. Activate Disgrace. You don't need to rest at it if you don't want to. I will just heal up to full because we are a very squishy girl at the moment. Yeah, we will change that at the end of today's episode, but for now we are quite squishy. And drop down here. We actually will go ahead and grab the Grave Glowwort over there. Camera, please. Go, let's regenerate a little bit of stamina and run. Get the Uchigatana, which is the weapon we want. Also grab this one. There we go, another Grave Glowwort. Can we get this item? Yep, there's a Blood Rose for us. And the mirror heavy door has opened. Perfect. And activate. And with the activation of the Memory of Grace, we just returned to the last grace we touched, which is awesome. So we are back up on our feet, continuing on. More upgrade mats, as well as an Exalted Flesh that we can collect over here if we help out Iron Fist Alexander. Yes, we will help you out, obviously. Let's two-hand our knife, and this will take roughly 4 to 5 hits with charged heavies. Oh, even 6. Yeah, okay. That's alright. With other weapons, you will free him immediately, but yeah, we only have a knife. There's the Exalted Flesh. We run through his dialogue a little bit. And he will tell us about the festival and Kaled, and we are not bothered at the moment with all of that. We will come back to that later on. Let's go down here. And we will take this grace just for safety measures, I guess. I never know if something goes wrong. There we go. Hello. There are more upgrade materials right here. Boom. 2 smithing stone ones. Awesome. And also there is a trader over here. So let's see what he is selling. Poison bone arrows. Actually not a bad pickup. As you can see, they added smithing stones to some of the vendors, which is very nice. You can only buy 3 of them, but that's alright. That's alright. And he has the bandit mask, which we started with. And that's just an item that I really... Dang it, I was too early with the horsey. It's just an armor piece that I really like since Dark Souls 1. I just love it. Here we can meet another NPC, go through his dialogue, and he warns us about the village down here, which is alright. We will ignore the warning later. For now we will respect it. You can see an enemy there. We might come back for him. He drops a death root, which will trigger a certain quest if you show them to certain NPCs. Basically the dude we just met will make a marker on your minimap once you show him a death root inside of the hub area. But since we do already know where we need to go, we can't just go there basically. We come up here. There we go. There it is. Insert a stone sword key into this statue. There we go. And we come down here. To the peaceful turtles, we will leave them alone. Open up this door. As well as this chest. Yay, green turtle talismans. So, this is good. This will mean better stamina regen once we equip it. And this will be our talisman for the foreseeable future. It basically only affects us in combat, but that's exactly when we need the better stamina regen, so very, very decent. And since we are around this corner here, let's make sure we take the fall where we can survive it. There we go. Let's grab up a couple of golden runes. Now I just like to have those. Basically whenever we come to a merchant and we see something that we would like to buy, we can either sell him a couple of those or just consume them. Let's grab all of them over here. Perfect. And make our way a little bit further on. I think you could make this jump actually. Ah! Yeah. No. Alright, we can make this. Sorry. I had something turned around in my head. You definitely can make this. Perfect. Come over to here. And grab into the Spirit Spring. You definitely can kill this guy here. That Ash of War can be very helpful if you are exploring some of the catacombs and if you want to deal with the skeletons. So yeah, we will not make use of it for the most part. I don't think I've ever used it, but here we grab our Crimson Crystal Tear and the Flask of Wondrous Physic, as well as a Sacred Tear. That is very useful. Touch this grace. Alright. And to one of the coolest things of this run. Honestly, the way I found this in my first playthrough was through the NPC. But obviously if you know that this waygate is here, you can just take it. And we will end up in Greyroll's Dragon Barrow. Open up this heavy door and welcome to the Beastial Sanctum. This guy has a certain function. Now, if you give the death root you find to this guy, he will actually give you back some incantations as well. I think there's a weapon in there at a certain point. Do not mess with this guy though. Yes, he does drop 2 weapons, which are very good and interesting, especially for faith builds. Make sure to pick up the golden seed here. Very important. We want to grab a couple of those early on, just so we have enough life and mana flasks on the ready. And we will mix the Wondrous Physic at some point, don't you worry. We want to take this grace. We will leave this dragon alone for now, for sure. Let's just Come up the side here, go around. These dudes can mess you up, do not underestimate them, which is why I leave them alone. But yeah, you could mess with them if you really wanted to. Basically just sneak attack them and kill them with backstabs. Hello. I need to jump over here. There are some poison mines on the floor here. And if you get poisoned, it's not too big of a deal with most classes. I'd say the bandit and the astrologer can be a little bit dicey, especially since we didn't upgrade our flasks, right? So yeah. But what we want to do is grab this grace over here. And take this Spirit Spring jump up and to the right. There we go. There's another graveyard for us to loot. Sometimes it's really hard to control Torrent when you are sprinting, but yeah, Golden Rune 8 and 6 and the 3. Those are some good value runes for us to get early on. And let's move on. Let's move on. We will get another talisman that we will be using for just a second here. Let's grab some of these guys. Do not mess with that tree avatar over there. Holy smokes. That guy, I was so stubborn on my first playthrough that I was going after him on level, like, I think I was level 40 or something, with really nothing in the damage department. And just through sheer will and trial and error, I was able to take him down, which netted me a good amount of runes, don't get me wrong. But yeah, definitely come back for that guy later. There we go. There is a very crucial grace that you want to take right here. You can see this massive dragon there, and currently there is a glitch in the game at time of recording this, but we will not make use of that because I am pretty convinced that they will patch this out. But yeah, come into Fort Faroth and just run through. Ooh, I got stuck there for a second. That could cost me. Let's hope we can make it up the ladder without getting poisoned. Yep, looks good. I think we are fine from the poison. Whew. Alrighty, that was close. Let's come up here, grab the Dectus medallion. This is the right side. And what's really cool is if you take the time to go to your key items and read the description of this, it says the left half is said to reside in the coastal fort height to the far west. Now, we are pretty far east right now. But yeah, in the far west, I was thinking, oh, it must be over here, but it's roughly around here. We will get there eventually as well. Here, you can drop down to this one, and then over to there. We will ignore everything here, because A, most of the things will one-shot us, and B, we do not deal a good amount of damage. Here's the risky part. Get this golden rune, and try not to get hit by the rat. And for the really scary part, big rat. Let's get the Radagon's Sword Seal and teleport back. Alrighty. Now for the time-consuming part. We need to come up to this dragon. Equip Radagon's Sword Seal. As you can see, it gives 5 points to Vigor, Endurance, Strength and Dex. And that allows us to wield the Uchigatana. Let's one-hand it. And what you need to do now is just whack this dragon. Also equip, whoopsie, this one over here. The Gold Pickled Foul Foot. And just start whacking the dragon. Until you see bleed procs. There we go. And yeah, this will be time consuming, and I will skip to the moment we are finished with this dragon. There we go. That's it. Right. We will get a good amount of runes for that. And we are pretty close. 5 dragon hearts. Awesome. And all the dragons die. 96.5k. That's very, very good. Right. Very, very good. Alrighty. So, before we forget, we will switch out Radagon Source Heal for the Green Turtle Talisman. You could use Radagons if you really want to, but yeah, the damage increase is noticeable and I do not like it. So yeah, let's sit down. And this should trigger, yep, there we go, perfect.
Forgive me to deter if you had. It seems Torrent, whereas there is, but I can take gathering.
There we go. We will go to the Roundtable Hold and meet a couple of NPCs over there, and that will be a perfect way to finish the episode. Alright, this is Roundtable Hold. As you can see, there are a couple of NPCs over here, and a couple of doors that you cannot pass through. Just make sure to go through the dialogues, words, at your own pace. And yeah, I basically know which quests I want to progress and which one I don't bother for this playthrough, but this guy gives you access to incantations, which can be very useful, right? I mean, we would be able to use Urgent Heal and Catch Flame, but yeah, I will not bother about it. This guy over here, remember him? If you show him a death fruit, he will mark you the third Church of Marika over here, and that will send you over to where we were in the Dragon Barrow, right?
Hello.
Dialos over here, we can meet him later on once we do progress. And before we do anything else, let's quickly get the level ups going. We will need on this build 12 strength, we will need 18 dex, we want 15 endurance, and the rest we will pump into vigor. That puts us at level 35 with 870 HP. I think that's exactly 100 stamina, right? Yeah. So that's very decent. As you can see, we can now use our Uchigatana without any problems, and that's pretty decent. Since we are here, we can go ahead, talk to our blacksmith, and whoopsie, invest into the Uchigatana, make that to +2. We need one more smithing stone one, but we will get that very, very soon. If you would like to progress Fia's questline, make sure you go over to her and get a free hug, which we will do. I don't think we will progress her quest very much, but we might. I haven't decided yet, to be honest, on that one. But yeah, we get the Baldakin's blessing. Now, what I do recommend is immediately use this blessing and wait until the effect is gone, because as you see, we have a little bit of debuffing going on. We are back down to 126 life, which is not something we want. So go into your inventory and Baldakin's blessing. Use it. It costs FP. It raises poise. It gave us 9 poise basically, which is not a whole. Do you know what? It gave us 3 poise. You have 4 on the bandit garb and 2 on the boots. Wow. That's not a whole bunch. But the effect is gone now. As you can see, our max HP is 870 again, which is what we want, right? So yeah, that's it for this first episode. What we want to do quickly before we... Whoopsie, didn't mean to talk with him. Before I forget it, let's upgrade our flasks. 1 golden seed, 1 more. Perfect. Now we need 2, which we don't have. But also, yeah, we can make it to +1. And for now, we will allocate all of them into life flask, because we don't need mana at this point. Get rid of that. And also mix the Wondrous Physic. We don't have anything to mix yet, so we just pop that in. It's a 50% HP heal, which is useful early on. We will get something for that very, very soon. But that's it for the first episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, take care. Bye.